What is going on, guys? Disney Dan here. Welcome back into the channel, and welcome to episode 21 of Disney Fiasco. Wow, we're on the road to 30 episodes, which is crazy. We had a really great show last week of 20 episodes, so it's been really, really awesome to, cross that milestone. And now we're on to episode 21. I am once again joined by the beautiful Megan from Mickey's Magic. How are you?
Thanks, Dan. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing okay, and everyone else in the chat is doing well. And as Dan and I were just saying, this is something that we really look forward to, like throughout the week. So we like hang out with everyone, and it really makes our week. So thanks for being here.
Yeah, so thank you so much, guys. We've got some really great people in the chat already. We got our Disney Adventures, Nick from Magical News Live, Juan Rodriguez, Mary Helen Clark. It's good to see everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure we're hitting that like button and sharing out the stream that everybody is live. Speaking of people that are live, there are a lot of people live at this time at the moment, so please go share some love to everybody else who's live as well, not just us. But make sure you come back here as well. We have Chris, spokesman. He's live as well. Jen from Earsome Emporium. She's at Animal Kingdom. And AJ, I think, is going live from the Kingdom Times. He's going to be live as well. So lots of people going live today. But as usual, we are here, Disney Fiasco style, every Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, John, what is up? And R. Johns is here as well, the legendary R. Johns. We've got some really great people in the chat so far. Before we get started, I just want to give a massive thank you to everybody. If you didn't know, I've had a really horrible week, and I'm going to be having a really horrible next week, just in terms of my health. So thank you so much for reaching out and just being really happy and supportive and just sending your love and prayers for me. So I couldn't be any more grateful. So thank you so much. I knew that live stream I did earlier in the week was really tough, talking about my health. But these are the kind of shows, the Disney Fiasco shows, that makes me feel really positive. So thank you so much. So hey Caesar, what is up? Steve's World, what is going on? Noah, everybody's in the chat. Is really good to see everybody. Awesome. So today we thought we'd do something a little bit fun. We're bringing it back to the parks. And a couple of weeks ago, we talked about our favorite Disney songs, which I think you could definitely argue, Megan, that was one of our favorite episodes.
Yeah, for sure. I think we all love Disney songs, and especially the singing portion of it. That was just really fun to be a part of. And just, I don't know, I love talking about Disney songs. And
I do miss Corey's singing.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Corey again is unfortunately unavailable to come to Disney Fiasco this week, but he will be back, I'm sure, in the next couple of weeks. But we all send our love to my partner channel, Corey Fiasco, so please go show him some love as well. But this week we decided to talk about our favorite Disney soundtracks that were more to do with the rides or the shows or the fireworks or the parades. So we're not talking about Disney movies, we're talking about Disney background music or ride music or that kind of thing. Hey Isaac Nail, what is going on? How's it going? Make sure, we're hitting that like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn the notification bell on and share out the stream, guys. You guys are absolutely awesome. So as usual, we're going to go backwards and forwards talking about our favorite soundtracks in Walt Disney World or Disneyland, wherever we choose. So ladies first. Megan, would you like to take the first one, please?
Of course, Dan, thanks. So first, I would just like to point out that you spelled favorite like so British, and I just love how British you are sometimes, and it's so funny. Anyway, I think this actually, I don't know if this is a surprise to people, but my number one is actually not a part of the Haunted Mansion. So, boom. But the first one I had to pick is from the Carousel of Progress, and A Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow is like my favorite song probably in all of the parks. And it's something that we come out of the Carousel of Progress and we sing it the whole rest of the day. Like it's like such a good message that that song has, but also it's so catchy. And like I don't know, should I sing it? Because I'll like,
go for it.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a dream away. Okay, so I won't go through the whole song, but it makes me think so much about Walt, and I love the Carousel of Progress, and you guys are just coming for the singing again. So please share out this stream so we can get people to listen to us sing, especially me because I'm horrible. That is my number one pick.
Hey Adam, what is going on? Adam did a really great stream with on Ebony's little channel earlier today. It was really, really awesome. Yeah, the Carousel of Progress. Weirdly, it's not on my list. I know, it's not on my list. Hey Belle Southern, what is going on? It's good to see you. Yeah, for some reason it wasn't on my list because although I love the Carousel of Progress and A Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, it just didn't quite make it. It was like number 6.
Oh,
like it was so close. But when you think of a song that Walt Disney sang, it was that song. There's that great clip of him and the Sherman Brothers like singing around the piano, singing A Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. And it is such a catchy song, and I feel like I have to sing it every time I'm in the Carousel of Progress, even if I'm the only one in the theater. I still sing it, and people give me those really weird looks, like, who is this guy who sings with a ride?
Oh, we do the same thing. we always have to, like, every time period that you go through, we sing it every time. And at the end, like, when everyone chimes in at that Christmas like scene, that's the best.
Hey, Ebony's little channel. Good to see you. You had a really awesome live stream earlier. Really, really awesome. But yeah, no, Carousel of Progress is certainly a one that, for me, it's a must-do just for the song itself. So, for my number one pick, well, before we started the stream, Megan was like, I bet you anything this is on your list. And I was like, you can read me like a book. My number one pick, with hands down, is Wishes. If you don't know what Wishes is, Wishes was the firework display at the Magic Kingdom before Happily Ever After. Now, I was a cast member in 2016, working at the Contemporary, and every single night I would listen to Wishes. It became the thing that really remembered my program. Every time I, think back on my program, I hear Wishes, which is why every time I listen to Wishes, I kind of tear up a little bit because it reminds me of all those memories. Just the music itself is so touching and incredible, and it inspires so many people in terms of what wishing is all about. And just a little bit about the backstory of Wishes. The little girl that sings in Wishes was unfortunately going to pass away, and one of her wishes was to be part of a Disney show. So
oh my God, stop.
Yeah, so Disney recorded her voice to be that girl singing as a wishes. So thank you, Ebony, thank you so much. So yeah, she is now remembered as that little girl who's singing in Wishes, because that was her her wish to do that before she passed. And I think it's such an amazing message to young people that it doesn't matter what you do in your life, you need to make sure that you do what you want to do, and if you have a wish, you need to go out and do it. So and that's what really remembers my program. So yeah, it's quite a touching one, but it always had to be on my list. But I know a lot of people actually didn't even get to see Wishes. So yeah, what do you guys think in the chat? And Megan, what do you think of Wishes?
Okay, any songs that are linked to Disney fireworks is just like, okay, it made me cry. Like, I just have such an emotional connection to like the fireworks, but I don't have as similar of a connection because you were obviously, Mary Ellen says, did someone slice an onion? But that's how I feel about some other songs. But since I didn't have the same experience as a cast member, I could totally see how it would be such a wonderful memory for you.
Hey, the Brights, it's so good seeing you. It's been a while. How are you? Yeah, no, and I remember I actually did a video where when I found out that Wishes was retiring. I think it was one of the videos that really quickly caught on very quickly, because I was like one of the first to release it. And I just remember like watching Wishes for the last time through like the Disney Parks blog, and I was I was a wreck. Like, I was tearing up. I had like tissues on the fly, and I was just like, I can't believe they're getting rid of wishes. But what's really weird is, like, I watch Happily Ever After, and they still have so many reminiscence of that show. So when Tinkerbell comes out of the castle, that was from Wishes. When they do the fireworks, where the two fireworks cross each other, that's the Wishes firework like thing. It's just, I like what they've done with Happily Ever After when they've reminisced and taken some Easter eggs from Wishes. So yeah, I had to put that at number one. You knew it was gonna be number one.
I was like, Wishes has to be on this list. I just know.
But yeah, no, really great choices. Have Carousel of Progress and Wishes. So yeah, make sure in the chat you tell me what your favorite Disney ride soundtrack or Disney parade or show soundtrack is, and we can discuss that. Right, round two. Where are we heading?
We are heading to the Haunted Mansion.
Yay!
So the Haunted Mansion is my favorite attraction in all of Walt Disney World. I feel like I talk about it all the time, but the music in that attraction is amazing. And Grim Grinning Ghost is also one of those iconic songs that I can never get out of my head. And I just, like, I love that it never has a Nick. Corey's not here tonight, and he will be back eventually, and he just has a lot going on. But please, everyone, if you haven't checked out Corey, please check out his channel as well. But I just love this song, and you know, when the crypt doors creak and the tombstones quake, spooks come out for a swinging wake, happy haunts materialize and begin to vocalize, grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. And I love that song. Love it.
And I think it's not just, I feel, the Grim Grinning Ghost song as well that is just so iconic.
It's everything.
It's as soon as, like, you step into the Haunted Mansion, and as soon as the guy goes, "Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion," bam, you're right into it. Like, it's just everything about that is like, there are no windows and no doors to find a way out. Like, there's so many one-liners in that ride that I feel like you can literally recite the whole thing.
Oh, I do that. And I'm one of those annoying people that do that. And I like try to do it to myself so I don't ruin the attraction for other people, but I'm just like, no, like, to find a way out. And then you have those people that scream alongside.
Oh, that's me.
Like,
that's me.
Yeah.
and just even like the way that it's written, like, your cadaverous like palette is an aura of foreboding. That is like one of the most incredible lines that I think is ever written in a Disney ride ever, because it's just so much depth to it. And I just think, like, from start to finish, your ghost host is really like a main character in the whole ride. And then you enter that graveyard scene, and then it all comes, weirdly, it's ironic, it all comes alive.
Yeah, the happy home. But the thing I love too is, like, you constantly have that do 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 do, like, that Grim Grinning Ghost is like consistently playing throughout the ride, and it's just in a different variation. But it's like so eerie, and it really does set the tone, but the ghost host really makes it. And I feel like we could totally have an entire stream about the Haunted Mansion, because 100%. Let's be honest, like, we both love the Haunted Mansion.
Now, I remember, so back in August, I rode the Haunted Mansion with Nick, Corey from Corey Meets World, and Jen from Earsome Emporium. And I just remember, as soon as the lights go out, I just screamed on the top of my voice. And I just completely terrified Corey. And it was just really, really entertaining. And I just love that. That was so fun, just hanging out with those guys doing my favorite ride. And what is your favorite line from the Haunted Mansion?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I have a few. It's like, you know, like in the Haunted Mansion, we have 999 happy haunts, but there's room for 1,000. Any volunteers? And then I obviously love Grim Grinning Ghost. And then the Happy Haunts have received your sympathetic vibrations and are now beginning to materialize. And that's just that's like the introduction into my favorite scenes of the ride.
I think mine was probably Serpents and Spiders, Tale of a Rat, Born with the Spirits Wherever They're At. I just love the whole thing. I think it's just amazing. I think it's
Adam has a good one too. There's room for he said final arrangements can be made at the end of the tour. And I wish they still gave out the death certificates.
That'd be fun. And the hurry back when little Leota just says like, hurry back, don't forget your death certificate. It kind of just entices you to do that kind of thing, and it's just that little bit of creepy when it's meant to be quite humorous as well.
Yeah, that's why I love it. It's like this really weird combination of like creepy but really comical and satirical, and that's why I love it so much.
Now, I love even more the Hallow Wishes version of Grim Grinning Ghosts.
Oh, yes.
It's fantastic. Like the way that they can project the voice and the singing throughout the park in Hallow Wishes is just, it really like gets you into that Halloween spirit, not just, being a Haunted Mansion fan, but it just kicks off Halloween just like bam, it's into it. It's great. But yeah, I love Mickey's Not So Scary. We could talk about that all the time, but Hallow Wishes, certainly with the Grim Grinning Ghost part of it, awesome. And a bit of an honorable mention, I Put a Spell on You at the end of Hallow Wishes. That could be an honorable mention for that.
Nick he said they used to have the mirrors say where you're from, like we're coming to New Jersey, because that's where Nick is from. But wow, that's so cool.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, that'd
be really, really fun. Awesome, love that pick. That was one of my honorable mentions, of course. But we're gonna head out of we're gonna head out of Magic Kingdom and head over to Hollywood Studios. And we're gonna head over to another nighttime show, and that is Fantasmic. Fantasmic for me is what Disney World is all about in terms of its portrayal of characters. There is no other real attraction where it shows off its animation and its creativity and the story of Mickey's dreams. There's not one place anywhere that you can see all these different characters on Steamboat Willie's boat. You don't really get to see Steamboat Willie, and you get to see him in Fantasmic. Just the different parts of the show is fantastic. Now Disneyland had a little bit of an update, and it looks fantastic. So I think maybe we'll get a new Fantasmic, maybe a little bit changed to what we have already. But I just love it. Always gives me goosebumps right at the end of Fantasmic, and just the music always gets to me, including all the characters and all the like subtle music. So from like Fantasia and Pocahontas and then just the general tune. I love Fantasmic.
Well, I still haven't seen Fantasmic.
Yeah, I know.
So once I see Fantasmic, which will be in less than a month, I will definitely let you know what I think. Like, I try so hard not to ruin the entire show for me because I want to be like a little bit surprised. So like I'll watch videos, but I'll like skip around a little bit, or I'll like mute it so I don't hear the music because I just want to have a little bit of surprise. What, Meg? Have a word with yourself.
I just can't believe you've never done it.
So the way that I typically do Disney is that my mom and I will go to the park, and my dad would usually stay at the hotel. He would work while we were at the park, like work remotely. And then we would have to come back at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon to spend the evening with him. So just this last time, I really was able to see, like the last 2 times I went, I was able to see more of the nighttime shows. And my dad isn't going with us again. So I will see more nighttime shows. And
Yeah.
we were supposed to see Fantasmic in May. And my mom and I for Mother's Day, I got her the Fantasmic dining package. We ate at Mama Melrose's, and it ended up pouring that night. So we missed the show, and we still have our tickets. So we're hoping that one night we'll be able to use our tickets and see Fantasmic in the little priority seating. So
You must. Like, I can't go a trip without seeing Fantasmic. I saw it twice in August. We did the Fantasmic Fast Pass, which was amazing. Because I mean, there are so many great stuff to do at Hollywood Studios, but Fantasmic was like my number one thing to do. And then we also did the dining package where we went to Mama Melrose as well, and it was just delicious. And getting that VIP seating, and I just, for me, Fantasmic is just it's the last remaining, you know, old school Disney show, because Illuminations is going. I know, rest in peace, Illuminations as well. Adam, I don't think will be very pleased with that. But Fantasmic, I hope, never changes, because it is a beautiful, beautiful show with a lot of amazing, you know, amazing stuff and amazing characters that you would never really see, you know, if you went in the park. So yeah, Fantasmic's awesome. So that was my number 2 pick.
That's awesome. So
number 3.
Now looking at my list, all of my picks are from Magic Kingdom.
What, really?
Yeah, because
wait. There's one on my list that I thought you would have, because I know you're a massive fan, but I don't know why.
No. I could have been completely like missing out on it, but now looking at it, like all of them are from Magic Kingdom, which, to my defense, I feel like that's not as surprising because Magic Kingdom is my favorite park and they have my favorite attractions there. So I'm obviously going to pick my favorite attractions and things from my favorite park. But my third pick is Happily Ever After. Like, not only all of the music in Happily Ever After, but the song specifically, Happily Ever After. And that's the type of song that I like listen to in my car and I belt out and I like cry when I listen to all of the music, especially for the Hercules part. And I feel like I talk about that Hercules part a lot, but gosh, Dan, I don't know how you feel about Happily Ever After, but that part with Hercules, like, it gets me every time. Like, I cry. And I remember the first time I saw it, it was very special for me. It was the night before my birthday. And like, it was just the perfect start to like an amazing next day. And I felt like it was so, Adam says this means Meg has to sing all the Magic Kingdom stuff and Dan has to sing all the rest.
Oh God.
Yeah, but
I don't want to wake up my folks, so I probably won't do that.
I'm so curious to know what you picked, but yeah, Happily Ever After is amazing.
I like I said before, like Happily Ever After is a fantastic replacement of Wishes, though it will never be, you know, I can't compare it to Wishes. It's two completely different things. Same with Celebrate the Magic. They kind of put Wishes and Celebrate the Magic together to make Happily Ever After. And I do love the music to Happily. Like you, I have it on my phone and I sing it all the time in my car. And the music is fantastic. And the Hercules part, it gets me as well. Like, I can go the distance is probably one of my favorite Disney songs, period, because it's very inspirational. And Hercules is one of my favorite movies. So that Go the Distance part of Happily Ever After really does get to me when you see all the different heroes on the castle. It is amazing. It really, really is. And I enjoy it a lot. But yeah, no, Happily Ever After is a really good replacement for Wishes. And I do enjoy it. Absolutely. So that's a great pick. Now, my third pick, I'm going to change up, because you said all the rest of yours are in the Magic Kingdom.
I didn't even realize. I'm just like looking at my list now. I'm like, whoops.
This pick, I was very surprised that was not on your list.
I want to know. Yes.
One little spark
Oh,
of
I didn't
inspiration
even think about
is
that.
at the heart of all your. I can't even remember the words.
I have to. Okay, my favorite part is like when you're going towards like Figment's house, and after you come out of like the smell lab, and it's like, that's how you know a skunk is not a rose.
I
Yep.
think Journey into Imagination has some of the best music
Hmm.
in the whole parks. I mean, even if you go back to the old Dreamfinder stuff, I have the original Dreamfinder soundtrack, and he talks about two tiny wings, eyes beaming yellow, horns of a steer, but a wonderful fellow. From head to tail, he's royal purple pigment, and there, voila, we've got a figment. And that's just such an awesome, like, rhyme, poem, song. Like, it's just so catchy,
Hmm.
and I think Figment becomes one of those amazing characters that doesn't get appreciated too often. Hey guys, what is up? Dennis is here on the chat. Hey Dennis, how's it going? Welcome. Um, but I love Journey into Imagination, and when Figment goes, imagination is a blast, and then it like
Oh, it
shoots
drops
up,
on
and then they go imagination,
imagination.
and then you got Eric Idle in the moon going like one little spot, and it's just like it just really makes you feel weird but so happy.
I know it's so weird. The moon part kind of freaks me out a little bit, but that whole part I love. And I love where he's like, follow the bouncing figment. And it's just like boom, ba-dum, ba-dum.
It's so catchy, and I think if there is certainly a unique soundtrack in the whole of Disney, like Journey into Imagination would win that hands down. Yeah, that song sticks with you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
It really does. Like I'm always singing it, um, and when I was applying for my Disney program, I used Figment as one of my favorite characters because he doesn't have his own movie, he doesn't have his own thing, but he has his own ride, and the music is just so fun to listen to. So yeah, I changed my number 3 because of your list to one that should have been on your list. I feel like
I didn't even think about it. Like that didn't even cross my mind. Like when I was thinking about Epcot, I thought about Spaceship Earth and Soarin'. Like literally nothing else came to mind. And I feel so silly now because I love Figment and I love that song and I love just it does. It sticks with you and it just makes you feel happy. And just like you said, the end part where it's like imagination, and then I just come out singing that too. It's like a great big beautiful tomorrow. I always come out singing imagination.
exactly. I love it.
Yeah.
Make sure, guys, we're hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel as well as Mickey's Magic, Megan's channel, and hitting that like button. Please hit that like button. I miss Soarin' over California. Yeah, I love that soundtrack of Soarin'. I think it really is an interesting, just quite a nice, calming, relaxed ride, and the soundtrack just works perfectly. Hey Disneyland, I watched your video. You went to Fantasmic. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it was really, really awesome. I love Fantasmic. We were just talking about it earlier.
His favorite is Fantasmic.
That is awesome. Yeah, I love Fantasmic, and Fantasmic is awesome. And you need to go watch it, Megan.
I know, guys. I will. I'm gonna see it. I'm like gonna use my tickets because I was supposed to see it months ago and I didn't. And like that's one of our biggest priorities.
Yeah, maybe if we have time, we'll talk about some other attractions from outside of Magic Kingdom because the rest of yours are in Magic Kingdom. Hey, our Disney Adventures, how are you? It's good to see you. Okay, so where are we heading to next?
Well, back to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, really?
So I picked another iconic song. It's something that I have always loved since I was a little kid. It's written by the same person who wrote Grim Grinning Ghosts, and I had to pick Yo Ho in Pirates of the Caribbean. And who doesn't love the yo ho, a pirate's life for me? It's just those are so iconic, those songs, and I love Pirates of the Caribbean. When I was just there with my boyfriend, we rode Pirates 5 times in one day. because he loved it so much. And it's just, it's such a fun song, kind of, because, you know, they're obviously doing bad things, but they're pirates, so it's cool. And it's so catchy, you know? I love the songs that are catchy. So I had to put that. It was so classic. And I love Pirates of the Caribbean. They obviously have it at Disneyland too. It just makes me think of Walt again and the amazing Imagineers that worked on these attractions.
And I think with Pirates, especially with Pirates, there's only a few Disney rides that their soundtracks become iconic. And even if you've never been to Disneyland or Disney World, you know that Yo Ho, Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life of Me is from Disney. You just know it. Yeah. And that song is iconic. It just is. There are a few others around Magic Kingdom, which I'm not going to take off your list, just in case. But certainly, Yo Ho, Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me is exactly what, you know, the ride is all about. It's meant to be quite villainous and quite, you know, all the bad stuff, but it's quite lighthearted and humorous. And it's just such a fun song to listen to. And it actually, you know, that song really inspired the movies, because at the end of each Pirates of the Caribbean movie, they say a little soundtrack from, you know, the song. They take a little portion or a little bit of the line. And I think it's just such a fun song to listen to. And everybody in my boat sings along to it once you head into that last couple of scenes. So yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean for sure has to be on the list. It is a classic for sure.
Yeah, I love that. I love that ride. I love that song. I love that scene. Oh, so good.
Though I never get the words right when I sing it.
I know, it's just like yo ho, a pirate's life for me. You just kind of hum along, and it's like
and really bad eggs drink up. Did you?
Yep. Everybody in my boat gets drunk on rum. Yar.
But yeah, no, it's a really fun and entertaining song for sure. Welcome everyone to Disneyland. Please, thank you so much, Swan. I really do appreciate that. And then we swashbuckle. I would love to be in a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It'd be so fun.
Okay, like we should all ride Pirates together and sing that so loudly.
Right, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party in August next year. Let's do it. We'll go as pirates.
Yeah, I could be red.
Exactly. I'll go as the dog with the key in its mouth.
Oh, he's actually my favorite though. I love him.
Or I'll go as the drunk guy with all the pigs around and
oh my god,
the Slav, just like, hey Stacey Rogers, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome into Disney Fiasco. No, it's a great soundtrack. I absolutely love Pirates of the Caribbean. And I hope they never change it. Never, ever change it.
Mm-hmm.
For my next pick, we're not going to go far from there. We are going to head over to the Great Frontier. And we are heading to one of my favorite shows. You know it, I know it. It is the Country Bear Jamboree.
Big Al.
Oh my goodness. If there is a soundtrack that is just as weird as Journey into Imagination, it's the Country Bear Jamboree. And I love it. Just just breaking this whole show up. It's really small separate songs that are also just hysterical, that you just can't stop laughing. Liver Lips and Big Al and Teddy Barra and my three favorite little girls, Bunny, Bubbles, and Beulah, about how every guy that turns them on turns them down.
Oh my god, yes.
They're just so funny. And they put up the little screen and they all run away from the little baby girls. It's just a really, like, I liked it as a child just because it had like bears and stuff.
Yeah.
But I love it as an adult because I can actually understand what the words are saying. Mm-hmm. No, I love that show so much. So yeah, Country Bears had to be on my list just because of the humor and just the way it's written. It's just amazing. So yeah, Country Bears.
Oh, I love Country Bears. Like you said, I think for me, like I think the one thing I really love about Disney is it really captures the audiences of children and adults. So it's not only just for kids, like
Yeah.
it's for families. And so they always add some like really funny adult like things that adults understand or they can enjoy. And like I think I have a different appreciation for it, like you just said, as an adult than when I did as a kid because my mom always really loved it. But I didn't understand what they were singing or I didn't understand what was going on, but it just seemed so happy at the end because everyone was together and they were clapping. And I was like, yay, I like this. And then if you just listen to what they sing about, it's like, what?
It's just it is, and I think when kids go and see the Country Bears, they're just they just don't get it. They say, why is there a big fat teddy bear coming out of the ceiling swinging on a massive swing?
Yep.
But as an adult, you're like, because it is. Night, Ebony. Have a good night.
Good night, Ebony.
But yeah, it's a fantastic show, and the music is just so catchy. I always have it playing in my car, and I have my window down, and I just get people just shouting in my car window, like, "What are you listening to?" I'm like, Country Bears. That's where it's at. Just don't watch the movie. It's terrible.
Literally though, yesterday I was picking up my brother from the train station, and he was like, "What kind of music do you have on your phone?" And I was like, "Oh, you can just, look at my Spotify." And he was like, "Why are there so many Disney songs on here? Like, why are you listening to so many Disney songs?" I was like, because I like to listen to them while I drive. And he just thought it was the weirdest thing. I'm like, this is why you're not a part of like whatever. But I just thought it was so funny because only you could truly understand that, like, we love to listen to Disney music in the car.
Absolutely. Yeah. We get that Disney magic while we go and travel wherever we need to go. So
yeah.
Awesome. We're flying through the list today. So where are you heading to? Well, obviously it's back to Magic Kingdom, but are we in Frontierland or?
Stacy said, "Did you disown him?" No, but he doesn't like Disney as much as I do. I don't think anyone in my family likes Disney as much as I do. So of course I didn't. I love my brother, but that's really funny. Anyway, we are going to Main Street, and Dan, I know you listen to a lot of the loops that go through the lands or, different attractions, but one that means a lot to me and a lot of us don't necessarily appreciate enough is the loop that goes through Main Street. And I feel like this introduced, like we had this whole conversation about why Main Street's so important. And I feel like it really does need more recognition that, this music really sets the tone of we're walking into Magic Kingdom. This is like the most magical, happiest place on earth. And every time I walk down Main Street, I feel like I have been transported into like this entire different universe, like this entirely different world. And I feel like music, smells, everything that's going on around Main Street really aids in that transportation. And I really love the music. I think it's so classic and it makes me feel like so happy because I know that I'm at Disney. And that's one of the places that, like, if I could hear that anywhere, I would know that I'm going to Disney. Yeah. And it's not like an attraction or a specific show or whatever, but I love the music going down Main Street.
I loved that episode that we did, episode number 19 on Main Street. And I think music is what really sets the tone of Main Street USA. 100%. It just is. If you shut your eyes on Main Street USA and just listened, not to the crowd and not to the horses and the carriages and stuff going by or people taking selfies or whatever, and just listen to the music, it is just like you feel like you're back in the early turn of the century, and you hear all these classic tunes, and I hear these loops regularly, and just it just sets the tone of Magic Kingdom and the rest of Disney perfectly. And yeah, I know for sure. I do like a lot of the loops around Magic Kingdom and everywhere else. But I think probably the most important one is Main Street for sure. And even when you're, waiting for Happily Ever After, or a parade, it's quite nice to hear that music before something changes, before a parade or before Happily Ever After. So yeah, no, I love that. I think that's fantastic. And one that nearly made my list, but I don't know. I don't know why I didn't put it on my list. But I loved it. My next one is, okay, I'm not cheating, but I am. The next one on my list is The Lion King. That's from a movie. I'm talking about the Festival of the Lion King. Good night, Ebony. Take care. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by earlier. The Festival of the Lion King. Now, I'm cheating because obviously that music was from the movie. But what they've done with the soundtrack and changing it and making it more theater-like is amazing. I think it's just a beautiful, a beautiful way to end an amazing show. And that last bit, the last maybe minute of Festival of the Lion King, just makes me so hyped. And when the woman, what's her name? The Gift. She said, "I am the gift." She wears like a hat like this.
Yeah.
When she starts singing the Circle of Life, she kind of just mixes it up a little bit and just goes full blurt out, with her voice and just changes everything about, the atmosphere of the room. And it just brings in that life, a bit ironic because it's the Circle of Life. But it just makes me feel so hyped, and it reminds me of my childhood and The Lion King being that special, thing that's close to my heart. And you have such amazing songs like Be Prepared, where he does the fire dancing, the tumbling monkeys. If I had the body to do it, I would love to be a tumbling monkey, but I couldn't because I'm not a tumbling monkey fit person. And the Can You Feel the Love Tonight is also sung beautifully. But yeah, I think it's just how they've adapted it into a 30-minute show is amazing. So I love the Festival of the Lion King. It's a must do. I would say I have to do Festival of the Lion King more than Flight of Passage. Right now, because it gets me on a more emotional level. So yeah, bit of a controversial choice. The Festival of the Lion King is certainly one that has to be on my list.
Yeah, so I definitely thought about it, but because I knew that the songs were from The Lion King, I was like sort of hesitant to put it down. And I have talked about this show a lot. It is my favorite show on Disney property. As Belle Southern said, it's so moving.
Yeah.
I also have said that The Circle of Life is my favorite Disney song. And that's for, personal connections to the movie, to the song. It makes me cry every time I listen to it. But that ending, like, my dad does not, like, coming from someone that loves Disney, my dad does not like Disney. He said that he's been there way too many times, enough for anyone. But I don't think you could go to Disney enough times. But when he goes with us, he wants to go to Animal Kingdom because he wants to see the Lion King show, or he wants to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party because those are his two favorites. And let me just tell you, like, my dad sometimes cries at that, like, show because it's so beautiful. And when they all come out at the end and they're all singing together, and like the gift is she's like hitting those high notes and
Yeah.
she's like doing all those runs. And I'm like, yes, girl, do it. Yes, queen. But they're all so talented. The dancers, the singers, the tumbling monkeys, everyone in that. And they do like really cool versions of the songs. Like it's not just the same songs from The Lion King. And that's why I love it so much, especially The Circle of Life. As I said, that's my favorite song. It's just so beautiful. And I'm so happy that they have that show at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And I could not resist putting this on my list. So had to be there. But we've done now 5 each, which is really, really awesome. Have you got any other honorable mentions I've got 5 honorable mentions.
Oh my gosh. I have 2.
Go for it. What are your 2 honorable mentions?
So I started hitting the parades because I was like, yes, let me get to the parades. And so I had to pick Boo to You, the soundtrack to the Boo to You parade, because a lot of you guys know I love Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And that is like to hear Boo to You and you and you and you, happy Halloween. Like it just sets me in the mood, you know, to be ready for Halloween, to be ready for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And it's just like one of those songs that also just gets stuck in your head because you just always want to say Boo to You and you and you and you.
Happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween. And it just keeps going and it's like, it's really not so scary. Boo, 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 boo. It's so fun. It makes me like reminisce about lots of things that I've been able to do at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I love the characters. I love the villains on the floats. And I don't know. It was just one of the most perfect choices for me. And then my final one was the Festival of Fantasy songs. I love the Festival of Fantasy song, but then also the remix of the songs with all the princesses. And the one in particular that I like the most is Touch the Sky, when Merida comes and she's just like, and I love Merida and I love that song so much. It's so beautiful. So I just love that they put like a new spin on the songs.
Yeah, I do love Festival of Fantasy a lot, actually. I did love the parades that came before it as well. So Dream Along with Mickey and Celebrate a Dream Come True parade. Those are still on my phone and I still listen to those, and they were kind of like the parades I grew up with. And now Festival of Fantasy, when I heard that they were redoing the parade, I was like, no, don't get rid of Celebrate a Dream Come True parade. I love that parade. It has its own Peter Pan float. It's got an Alice in Wonderland float. It's got Pinocchio float. I just don't want to get rid of it. And then when I saw Festival of Fantasy, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. The songs are incredible. And I think I was never really a massive parade person. The only parade that I loved was Main Street Electrical Parade. Which should have been on my list. But Festival of Fantasy is now something that I have to make sure I am in Frontierland right at the start of where it comes out, and I have to be like the first person the characters see, because it's such an amazing parade and I just really enjoy being there. I always have to get there at least 30 minutes before the start of the show to get a really good spot. And the music is fantastic. And same with Boo to You. Boo to You is awesome. First time I saw it last year. Definitely not going to be the last time I see it, because it's my favorite parade now. Hands down.
You can't beat Halloween and parades. Like you have the villains, you have amazing music. They're so interactive, the characters.
The grave diggers with the spades.
Yeah.
And they make sparks on the floor.
The Headless Horseman is there.
Okay, trivia question.
Oh my
Which
gosh.
film does the Headless Horseman appear in?
Oh, the Ichabod Crane movie.
Yeah, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. One of my favorite Halloween Disney movies.
I was always really terrified of that movie, though. So
it is quite terrifying. Oh no question, it is quite creepy.
Especially because Sleepy Hollow is like not super far from where I live. So like also We have like Sleepy Hollow, and then we also have like Salem that's north of me. So like Sleepy Hollow is south and
Yeah.
Salem is north.
I've been to Salem. It's cool. I like Salem.
I'm just around all the spooky stuff.
Awesome. I love your honorable mentions. My 5 honorable mentions was one of them. I think is one that I think a lot of people haven't really heard of before. It's called the Tapestry of Nations. It used to be a parade that went through Epcot, and they still play it in the backgrounds of Epcot when at night. I love the Tapestry of Nations. It is really wonderful piece of music. I used to play it at the start of Disney Fiasco a couple of times. I used back in episodes like 2, 3, or 4. Tapestry of Nations, a beautiful, beautiful soundtrack. No list can be complete without It's a Small World.
Oh my god, I forgot about It's a Small World.
It's just, whether you love It's a Small World or hate It's a Small World, it is probably the most iconic Disney ride soundtrack ever because of its popularity or unpopularity. Annoyance. My next pick, again, cheating because it's not really Disney, but Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith.
Oh yeah.
Just as soon as it goes 3, 2, 1, and then straight into like Walk This Way or Love in an Elevator or Jaded or just all these amazing Aerosmith songs. I love it. I'm a big like rock fan. I love Aerosmith. So just being able to ride a roller coaster while being blurred with Aerosmith, brilliant. 4 is Tower of Terror. Love Tower of Terror and like the creepy like just welcome to the Twilight Zone. Like it is great. I do enjoy Tower of Terror. And the last soundtrack I love is The Sound of People After Drinking the Beverly.
It's like
it's either or yuck or yeah. That's my other
kind of like
other favorite soundtrack from the Beverly. I had to throw a jokey one in there.
Yeah. Actually, there's one other one that I would like to mention is the song in Rivers of Light, because that song also kind of gets me kind of emotional. Like when they have all the animals do it, like the animal projections, and it's like do 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 do, you know. And I just I love this song too. But oh my gosh, the Beverly.
But you know, you can go around the whole of Walt Disney World, and there are so many great soundtracks, even just the subtle ones like the Adventureland loop, the monorail loop. I consider that a soundtrack.
Yeah. I almost put in Splash Mountain. I was so close to putting in Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain. I would say the Polynesian has a fantastic soundtrack. Not a lot of people think that there is a Polynesian soundtrack. There is. I would say just so many great just places around Walt Disney World, not just in the parks. Like Disney Springs has a soundtrack. It's Animal Kingdom, Asia, Africa, Kilimanjaro Safari, Flight of Passage, The Shaman from Rivers of Light.
Oh my gosh, my mom
like Navi River Journey. That's it.
Yeah, my mom was like, "Can you get that on like your phone so we can listen to it and just like relax?" Because we love I totally forgot about that ride too. We love The Shaman. And
the end scene, one of my favorite songs, is the end concert scene from It's Tough to Be a Bug.
Oh yeah. Poor Animal Kingdom. I was really neglecting it.
Animal Kingdom is one of those hidden gems for music. Yeah. Really not like just it's awesome. So let's run through our actual 1 through 5 list in case, because I know people came at different times. So if you want to run through your list one more time, and then we'll start doing plugs.
Sure. Okay. So my number 1 pick was A Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. Oh, hi, Dean. Welcome.
Hey, Dean from Romania. What is up?
So, Dean, we were just like literally about to go over our top. Well, we just
top 153 list.
Yeah, we're just gonna go through our top ones. But now I'm so happy you came because now you get to hear it. So the number 1 for me was Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow from the Carousel of Progress. My second one was Grim Grinning Ghosts, or really the whole soundtrack of the Haunted Mansion. My number 3 was Happily Ever After. My number 4 was Pirates, Yo-Ho. Number 5 was The Main Street Loop. Number 6 was Boo to You. And number 7 was Festival of Fantasy.
Awesome. I love that list. It was Epcot Bob who was in Romania.
Wow.
That's awesome. But you're still back in Minnesota, right? Minnesota?
I think he's from Minnesota, right?
For some reason, I thought
He's to the Mall of America.
I'm not good with states. That's probably why I'm from the UK.
Neither am I, and I live here. Actually, I can list you all the states in alphabetical order because of a song that I learned when I was like 5.
Oh, don't ask me to name all the different counties in the UK because I won't be able to do that. So my list went like this. Wishes was number 1, the show before it was replaced by Happily Ever After. Phantasmic was number 2. Journey into Imagination. Can't believe that wasn't on your list. Number 3. Country Bear Jamboree was number 4. Festival of the Lion King was number 5. And then my endless honorable mentions of Tapestry of Nations, Small World, Rock and Roller Coaster, Terra Terra, and The Sound of People Drinking Beverly.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. But that was episode 21, guys. I hope you guys really, really enjoyed this amazing show. We're so happy that you guys have stopped by. And make sure, if you're watching on the replay, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell on. Again, we do miss Corey so much. We do miss him, but he is on his way down to Disney, moving everything. So he's super, super busy. So please go check his channel out. And go check out Megan's channel, Mickey's Magic, a really, really awesome channel, my partner channel, just awesome, great videos. And you have your 2017 videos coming out.
I have, wait, what is it? My trip from when I just got back. So those are starting to come out
in August.
And I have some more pin videos. And yeah, I like making videos about what comes to mind to me, and I like sharing my passion for Disney with everyone. And oh, welcome, Morty.
Morty, what is up, my friend?
Morty Mouse in the house.
Yeah, Morty Mouse. Awesome, good to see you.
Yeah, so like, just if you guys like Disney, and I think most of you are already subscribed to my channel, but also Dan is really awesome and he's a wonderful host. So please show him love.
Oh, stop. No, but yeah, like I said, guys, please go check out Megan's channel. Absolutely awesome. Her videos are just killing it, and her pin vlogs awesome.
I also have now, I forgot, I also have a live stream every Monday. Thanks, Stacy, for reminding me, because I even forgot. But yeah, every Monday, every Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on the West Coast, that means 5 o'clock. But 8 o'clock. Thanks, Stacy.
And Megan, where can you find the information for your live stream?
On theliveplace.com.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, so like this like this show, Disney Fiasco, Megan is also on theliveplace.com, thanks to our good friend Dean from the Dreamers Empire. So please go check not only his channel out, but the Live Place as well. We could not have done it without him. So liveplace.com to check out my show Disney Fiasco, as well as Megan's live stream on Monday nights. Really, really awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a really tough week for me. Just again, I just want to say thank you so much for showing all your support and love through this really difficult time. But being here doing this show really makes me feel 100 times better. So thank you so very much for you guys being here. A new vlog coming out tomorrow at Disney's Animal Kingdom, where we'll be going on Flight of Passage, which will be so exciting. And then I think the vlog after that is either the 10-shot Beverly challenge with Corey Meets World.
Oh my gosh.
Hollywood Studios. No, I'm with a Disney Life for Me with their trivia night. That's the next vlog after that. Disney Life for Me. That's gonna be the vlog when I I was on their trivia night, which was really, really awesome.
So when you do the 10-shot Beverly challenge, do we get to hear your like 9th favorite soundtrack?
Oh, that 10-shot Beverly chat. You gotta have to check out Corey Meets World and that live stream. That was just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. Yeah, just thank you everybody for stopping by in the chat. Thank you so much, Bell Southern One, Stacey Rogers, Dean from Dreamers Empire, Morty Mouse, my good friend Morty, being here right from the start of my YouTube career. Dennis, Adamsland, Ebony, Our Disney Adventures, Nick from Magical News Live.
Dean.
Yeah, Dean from Dreamers Empires and the Live Place.
Oh, Brandon just came. Steve. Hi, Brandon. Thanks, Steve.
Hey, Brandon, what is up, my friend? Steve from Steve's World. Awesome. Steve is killing it on Jeopardy. He is.
Steve is like the ultimate Disney trivia challenger. Like, I would be scared to face him.
Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed episode 21 of Disney Fiasco. We'll be back next week for episode 22. I can't believe it's 22. Disney Fiasco. Sorry about the change in background. Obviously going through a lot of health stuff, so I had to come home for a little bit. So we'll be back in my normal, hopefully my normal apartment next week. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. You guys are not my subscribers. You are my friends. Whether we've yet met or not. I need to get that right at some point. Whether we've yet met or not.
It's a tongue twister.
It is a tongue twister. So please go check out my partner channels, Corey Fiasco and Megan, who is here, Mickey's Magic as well. Links are in the description box down below. And like I always say, guys, live your life with a smile each and every day. And I'll see you guys real soon. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.